Hi guys, and welcome to my 10th video. Thank you so much for joining me. Hello if you're new, my name's Adrina. I am an Australian teacher, a Teachers Pay Teachers seller and a mum. So things get pretty crazy around here. In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you guys my September income report. Now, spoiler alert, things turned out a little bit different this month than it did in August. So I'm going to be very transparent and share with you guys what I earned in this month. So again, if things like money trigger you, then please feel free to click out of the video. I'm just sharing this to help, just to add to the conversation and just to give you guys a little bit of an insight as to what an average mum working from home can be earning, I guess. So yeah, I'm just going to analyze my data with you guys, and I'm excited to do that because even though it wasn't as good as last month, I'm still excited to share with you guys because this is what happens with the world of TPT. Sometimes we go through spikes. So let's get straight into it. We're going to analyze my income, and in this video I'll also share both incomes that I have from both stores, but I'll just be primarily focusing on Tealazzo Clipart as that's the premise of this channel. So I'm going to take over to my computer and let's see what I earned this month. Let's go. Oakley dokley. So guys, this is my store. I am just doing this so we can kind of get an idea of what's going on here. I've got 71 followers and 74 products up currently. So I'm going to go to my dashboard. And again, we just started the first day of October and yeah, no sales yet. But that's okay because we just started this month. But we are going to go and see custom range. We're going to see what we earned in September. Okay, September, and apply. Boom. Okay, so this month I earned, well, I didn't sell this amount, I sold a bit more than this, but I earned $82.32. Now, that might be not a lot for you, or it might be a little bit for you. Now, this wasn't as much as I earned last month, but that's okay, and I'm still proud of my result. I'm still proud and happy and content with $82 because this is only my 5th month of business on Tealazzo Clipart. So last month was really interesting because if you have watched my income report, for August you would have seen that I earned $313.70. in August on Tealazzo, and that was the most I had actually even earned on either of my store in a month, in a single month. Now obviously Teachers Pay Teachers is something that does take a little while to grow, but there were a few different things that happened this month, which is maybe also another reason as to why sales were a little bit interesting with the spikes. As you can see here, there were quite a few days that I sold nothing at all. And then again, I had like a bit of a spike, and then I sold like not a lot, and then I had a little spike. So I will just quickly say that I did keep a mental note of sort of what happened this month. And basically, if I was to say the difference between this month and last month, well, for one, August is, you know, that month of the year in TPT where it's kind of hyped up because it's the back to school sale over in America. Obviously here in Australia we have completely different terms for school, so we're still at school. It's not back to school for us at all when you guys go back to school. So it's massive over there in that way, and it can be one of the biggest months for people that August, even August, September time for some sellers, it can be like their biggest months from what I've heard. And it was the biggest month for my stores last month for me. So now that teachers have kind of started back up at school, I believe they're obviously starting at school, they're doing their things. I'm pretty sure maybe the need for Clipart has gone down slightly, but that's not the only reason why I think some of my sales kind of went down a little bit this month. Partially was because I think for one, I didn't run any sales at all through my store this month, 0 sales. Don't get me wrong, I think I do believe, sorry, we did have the back to school sale. It was in the end of August, which I think laid over into September, but it wasn't a sale that was started in September. So this might have resulted from a little bit of sale in that beginning part, maybe. But I didn't have any other sales through my store or discounts through my store for this month. And is there any reason why I didn't have any sales? Not particularly. I just was very busy this month with looking after my son. It was my son's birthday this month, so he is 1 year old now. So I had a lot going on this month. We are organising stuff for our house, trying to organise some refinancing and stuff for our house. That's been a pain in the butt. So yeah, like we've had a lot this month going on. So I've only been able, oh goodness, of course I'm going to step on my child's toy. Anywho, mum life. But yeah, I didn't get to upload as many products as I would have liked to this month. In my head, mentally, I was so there. I was like, yes, I want to, you know, I want to upload and I want to smash this out. But being a mum, it can be really hard at times, and like your baby is so dependent on you, and there's only so many hours in the day, and sometimes with those jeez, sometimes with those, you know, those wake windows, sometimes they'll sleep longer, sometimes they don't sleep at all. And then with the teething that went on this month, oh, you guys, if you're a mum or if you're a parent, like, send me some love, because yeah, it was a hard month, honestly, this month for me and my beautiful son. So all is good with that though. But yeah, so no sales that I ran through my store this month. And the product, oh my goodness, I'm sorry, but you need to turn off. This is just annoying me. Okay, that's just real life, guys. You just step on toys and they make all these weird noises. Anywho, back to business. Products that I uploaded 6 products only, with one of them being free. And I feel like it wasn't really enough to kind of, not enough, like I'm giving myself grace because, you know, I am still looking after a young child and I'm trying to run this on the side and I'm trying to do my very best where I can. And, you know, some months you're going to be able to upload more than others because, you know, we have lives and we do other things in our life. So we do other things that take priority at times as well. So as much as I wanted to upload as many products as I could, I was only able to get 6 this month. I would have ideally liked to get 10 or over, but yeah, 6 was just what I was able to achieve this month with the time and what I had going on in my life at this current moment. So no sales this month that was compared to August, whereas I had 2 sales in August, like thrown 2 sales, part of the TBT back to school sale, and I was only able to release 6 products. I didn't actually go and check how many products I released last month, but I'm pretty sure it was a little bit more than 6. So I do want to just analyze this a little bit further with you guys if you'd like to have a look. I will go and just kind of show you guys. So this is my earnings, obviously here, $82.32. And for me, you guys, just quickly before I go into any of these, you know, every dollar for me counts, and, you know, I really am still happy with that because, for one, I'm only in my 5th month of business. I haven't got any marketing at the moment. Like, all the stuff that I've been selling has been just from organic traffic, which I'll show you my traffic sources in a moment. So I've been happy with that I've been able to get some sales. And, you know, I think when you're a clip artist too, you sort of have this thing in your head where it's like, well, are people gonna like what I create? Because, you know, putting sort of like your artwork or your clip art out there, you know, you might think, oh, you know, some people might not like my style or whatever. And, you know, not everyone will, and that's okay. But the fact that I've got some sales and, you know, I was mostly passive, and even though there was days that I didn't have sales, you know, I just kept on going, and we just gotta, you know, sometimes on TPT this is what it is. Sometimes you just get some lower months, and that's okay. So I'm just going to continue to try for October to try and see if I can figure out a way to increase my sales. But yeah, I will go through this with you guys. So conversions. Now, I have listened to some podcasts and they say that you do need to have a look at your conversion rate. Now, I don't think 2% is a very good conversion rate at all. I think you have to be getting over like 5 or 6, I think. Don't quote me. I have to kind of double check that. But if you know the conversion rate, please comment down below. So you can kind of tell me what it is if you know. But I remember seeing, I think it was on It's All Primary, she did this and she took away all her free things because that was like taking away some of her conversion rate. So I took away the free things just before and it came up with 4%. I'm not going to show you here now just because I have to go and find which ones are free again, and that's just going to take a little bit of time. So I don't want this video to be too long, but I will just let you know that I did do that before this video and it came up as 4%, which I still think is probably has some room for improvement for my conversion rate. And I do understand why that's probably happening because, you know, on my store at the moment, like I'm being a little bit sporadic with what I'm kind of posting even in regards to clip art, because at the moment, like being mum and being in this whole mum life thing, sometimes it's like, okay, well, what can I achieve? What can I create in this amount of time? And so I've been trying to figure out the best ways and what things I can create that is something that, you know, something I enjoy doing, something that I can do, and something that might be needed. I've been trying to work on that, and sometimes those things that I've been posting have been a little bit like different. So the consistency for one, obviously with the amount of uploads, it's not like I'm uploading every day or whatnot, but also just like with the actual content, I probably need to niche down even more on my content. But at this moment in time, I'm still learning, I'm still growing, I'm still experimenting, so I'm just going to kind of take it how it is at this point, and I'm going to just, I guess like it is a little bit of a trial and error and experiment, isn't it? So I will show you though. So that was, let's just imagine there's 4% there, so my conversion rate was 4 when I took away those free things. The views that I had this month was 903, so I don't really know much about views honestly, but I would believe that at least there's been views on products every single day, so that's been promising. It's not like there's no views on one day, so even if someone doesn't buy something now, that might be something that down the future they might be like, oh okay, maybe they might like that down the track and they might come back later, I don't know. But I'm kind of glad at least there's some views happening here. That means there's exposure to some of my products, which is good. As far as I know, units sold, so I sold 21 units, and what I did notice at the beginning of this month was I actually sold some more bundles, and what I actually sold through this month was interesting because a lot of it was digital paper, but there were a few things that were different and things that I hadn't sold before, so that was interesting and kind of cool. What I would like to do is maybe even download my like what I actually, exactly what products I sold, and get a highlighter out and maybe even highlight what, like, I probably don't even need to highlight it. I probably can just go into my data somewhere and just select what was my bestseller somehow. I need to figure that out, but sometimes I just like doing it with paper and pen or whatever, so I might just print out later on and just have a look so I can go and analyze that and see what I need to do for maybe to achieve my goals for next month. But that's the unit sold. I sold 21. I won't worry about them because I don't really have any videos on here. I will show you traffic though, because I found this interesting. Hey guys, I can see that you guys are coming over from YouTube and saying hello and checking out my store. So hey guys, I have no problem with that. But I just want to show you basically my traffic sources are interesting because I don't have a Pinterest account. I don't think, do I have a Pinterest account? I have a Pinterest account for my other store, but I don't think unless I mum brain honestly, but no, I haven't proactively been doing anything on Pinterest. I remember I put something on Pinterest to promote one of my videos, but I don't on YouTube, but it wasn't to promote any of my TPT products. So it's interesting how I've got like you know, traffic from Pinterest. That's interesting. But as you can see, you guys, like TBT is where it's at for, you know, sales or earnings. TBT has its own traffic system involved in it, and I guess through the search bar, that's where a lot of my sales have probably come from in that regard, because I guess when I have created my products, I've tried my best to don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's lots of things that can be improved with my SEO, but I've been trying hard to get myself on at least the first or second page if I can. It hasn't always happened, but in some cases with some of the boho stuff that I've created, I've been able to get on the first page, so that's been good. And some of the digital paper, which I think has been helpful and has been contributing to sales here. So yeah, that's kind of interesting with that. I will share with you guys what I earned on my first store too. This isn't obviously still Tealazzo, and I will show you that, but I just want to quickly say someone did ask on my YouTube video, I think it was my last income report, about what my other store is, and I am going to share that with you guys, but I just gotta sort out a few things with that before I'm happy to share that with you guys. I need to update a few things and get some things in order before I can share that with you, but I definitely will share that link or share with you guys what my other store is, and I can give you a little preview of that. But this channel is really just predominantly linked to this as Tealazzo Clipart, because that's just this is just the journey I'm going on with Tealazzo Clipart, and that's what I'm sharing more so than my other store, because my other store, it doesn't really have a niche. It does, but it doesn't, and there's a lot of things that are like kind of wavy on it. So what I mean by wavy is just like, it's not really, I don't have a very clear direction with it, so like I'm a little bit, you know, I'm still trying to figure that one out as well. So I do feel like I've got more clarity with Tealazzo Clipart, and that's why I'm really honing in on Tealazzo Clipart, because I want to really build this one. This is more me, this store, I believe. My other store is me as well, but it's definitely more resources, but I sort of created that with like, that was my first store, so I have so many different things on that. So yeah, I'll go into that in maybe another video, but I will show you what I earned on it, just so you can kind of get a comparison, and then we'll price out how much I earned overall on TPT with my two stores. So let's just log out of that. Okay, so I've logged into my other store, my resource store, and I'm just going to show you what I earned for September in my resource store. So my resource store, I earned $203.63. Now I am super proud of this, you guys, and don't get me wrong, this is amazing in this way that I've been able to, I think I only uploaded 2 products this month, and I've been able to earn that pretty much passively. As you guys know, I'm building up Tealazzo, so I've been spending a lot more time building Tealazzo's area of TPT, because this one is a little bit more established already, and so I do want to really hone in on this eventually, but I'm just trying to build that second store up, and once it's at a point where I'm happy with, then I'm going to come back to this and really hone in on this as well. And I don't know if that's like doing me a disservice because I have 2 stores, but I feel like I'm happy that they're separated, because I feel like in my brain to compartmentalize them, I'm really happy that I have Clipart separately to my resource store. That just makes me feel so much more organized and more like, I feel like having that as a niche as my Tealazzo Clipart and then this store separately, I'm just happy with that. And I know that not everyone would. Some people would just like to have them in categories, and there's nothing wrong with that too. And you'll be saving yourself money by just putting it in categories if you wanted to do Clipart and resources. But just in my head, I'm just one of those people that I feel like having 2 stores, I wanted completely different branding for them, so I didn't want to just incorporate them in my resource store. And again, I will share with you guys the link for this down the track in some future videos, but I just got to sort some stuff out on here before you know, I show you that, because I'm a little bit embarrassed about some of the stuff on there still, so I got to, you know, update that and whatever. So yeah, in total, let's price that up, and then I want to show you one last thing too, which I think some people that are just starting out on TPT might find helpful. I'm just going to calculate that on my phone now. So from Tealazzo Clipart, I earned $82.32 plus what I've earned here, which was $203.63. So I've earned a total of $285.95. So I'm super proud of that because, again, like, there was a point that I wasn't earning a lot of money on TPT, and to have a couple $100 from both my stores, obviously, that really makes me happy because also, as an Australian, that $285, this is USD, so it might even be like $300 and something for us because it converts over and it's a higher. The US dollar is a bit stronger than the Australian dollar, so it converts over higher to us, so we get more than that money if you're in Australia. So that's really nice. So I'm super proud of that. And again, like I said, with my first store, sometimes there are spikes in system of TBT with sales. So yeah, there's spikes in sales. So I'm just basically showing you what a average person, I guess, or this might not be average, I don't know, I really don't. I'm just here to share with you guys my data, and we can analyze this together. And you know, it's just good to kind of see as a starting point and to see what's possible in some cases. Like, I find these income reports just helpful and a little bit inspiring, again, to, especially if you're starting out and you're really wanting to make something from this. If you can see others kind of, you know, earning money from this, then it makes you believe that, okay, if you give this a go, then you could earn some money. And it's so true. Like, it's just, you just got to put the work in. And again, TBT is definitely something that takes time and effort to really grow. And it's just like a tree. You plant your tree and it doesn't grow overnight. So this is the same with TBT. It's a long game, isn't it? Before I leave, I know this video is getting long, and I'm sorry. I'm just notorious for having longer videos. I'm sorry about that, you guys. But I do want to share how I go about, like, I guess my bookkeeping side of things. Not bookkeeping, but like how I'm tracking my my income. Let me just show you. Okay, so I have this. I just thought this was handy to share with you guys if you're brand new, because I didn't have this the first year that I did start my TBT journey, but you know, having this now, it's a good way to kind of be excited for the month to be over with, so you can kind of record things down. But I've just created this Excel spreadsheet. I've got my name in the top corner, my store name, Tealazzo Clipart, and as you can see, I've got year of 2021, year of 2022, year of 2023, all the way to 2026. So as you can see, I'm really considering this as a long game, and I'm obviously doing this so I can kind of keep tabs of how I'm going and the progress of the money situation and kind of the trends of as the years go by, like what how much growth I've had, or what months are kind of more lower. And because when you're starting out, you don't know because you don't have the data. So I feel like recording this here, it really helps kind of synchronize it into one space. And as you can see here, I've been tracking my numbers, and at May when I started, I literally had no goal. And I should have set a goal for myself, but I just didn't have any goal because when I started this second store, I didn't even know if I was going to make a sale. Like, I didn't know if anyone was going to believe in having, like, buying my clip art. And as soon as I had that first sale, I was like, yep, okay, I can invest in my time in this. That one person, so whoever that was that bought my first product out of this store, thank you so much. But yeah, basically I started in May and I didn't have a goal for how much I was going to earn. So, and I didn't even have a goal for June, the next month. But as soon as I got to July, for some reason I had a goal and I put $10 and I ended up earning $90, and that really shocked me. And then August came along and I had $50 because I earned $90, and I was like, maybe it was just a fluke. And then I put $50 as my budget, because my budget just means what I'm aiming for this month for what I want to earn. And then I end up earning $313. And then as you can see, September, you know, I wanted to see if I could crack 120 because I wasn't sure how that would go going from 313. Would it go, you know, over 100 still or not? But that's okay. We've gone under a little bit of my budget, but that's still something I'm really happy with and I'm proud of. And again, you know, sometimes you're not going to have an amazing month every single month, or maybe you do, I don't know, but at least for the average person, or me at least, you know, we're gonna have spikes, and that's okay. It's totally okay. We just gotta keep going and keep figuring out ways to improve. I know if I had like some other ways of traffic and just some other ways to promote some of my products, maybe I'd have a few more sales, but I'm just really trying to figure this stuff all out and just trying to build up my products at the moment in my store before I'm worrying about that. Once I get to like 100 products, then I'm going to really maybe hone in a bit more on like, okay, how can I market this, or what can I do to increase those kind of things. But I'm just focusing on that first 100 products first in this store, and the income that I've been getting so far has been just really a nice little bonus. So anyways guys, I just also wanted to say there was someone that left a comment on one of my products recently that they said, oh, I just recently found your YouTube videos and I can't wait to use these clip art. I think they might have purchased, so one of you guys that are watching purchased that, and I just want to say thank you. That was so sweet that you left like a comment on one of my products. That was really nice. That literally made my day. So yeah, thank you so much for that. And I just wanted to show you too, because just like I have the Excel spreadsheet, this is something that I also do. I just print it out and I record it this way as well. So I basically just kind of write my goals here of how much I like, pretty much what it was in the Excel spreadsheet. And so yeah, as you can see, I'm just tracking here, and I try and, if I don't make my budget, I try and write it in red. I went in green that time, so I had to go over it in red. But the reason why I do like the red and the green is basically so it's just easy for me to say, okay, September, I didn't quite make budget, without me having to just, it's just easier for me visually to read. So I think for October I'm going to have my goal at $120 again, and I'll see if I can achieve that for next month. And if you guys want to follow along, I'll let you know if I meet that budget or that goal. And yeah, we'll just kind of go on this journey together. Okay, so if there is anything that you guys would like to know or like to see in particular in regards to clip art, then feel free to leave me a comment down below. I hope maybe this is just like giving you a little bit of inspiration if you've not started your store yet, to, you know, get started, because you know, it is one of those things where it can be daunting at first, and there's a lot of work that goes into it. It's not easy, you guys, but it is something that I think is worth it. And if you put the work in, I feel like obviously over time, and by showing my journey, hopefully I'll grow and I'll improve and I'll be able to help you guys as well. So yeah, that's just September for you, and I'm excited to see how the rest of this year goes, and then going forward with all of that as well. So that's that. Thank you once again for watching. I appreciate your time, and I appreciate all the new subscribers. So thank you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Adios!